But you're also getting new chunk cards too. I guess that's kind of like the flavorful thing for Elemental, is the flow counters and having landscapes on board. I think the Earth Wizard might be extremely tanky. Yeah, it looks like she will probably have Earth and, embodiments of Earth, and then a decent chunk of life gain. Which again, I think feels really cool. That's a unique style for the Wizard. But Lightning is the odd duck, because it's just basically going to be, here's your go agains instead of making stuff instant, right? Or Spellblade-esque, in which case it's kind of just, well, Runeblade at that point. We'll read what Steep is. Parapet. Maybe it becomes a goaded block card. Whenever you play an action card, you may pay 1. If you do it, gains go again. Yeah. That sums up New Wizard. Right? It's just basically everything has go again. You don't care about instant. I mean, think about it. What if you could play this in Kano as is? Would you? I probably would. Alright. 2 M's. Endless Winter. Nada. Then Blink. Gain 1 action point. Again, circumventing instant. I mean, it's basically, instead of the, what's it called, the gloves for Wizard, would you rather the extra 1 damage, or would you rather the action have go again? So yeah, I think this probably should spike a lot more than it is. And will probably be banned from Wizard, if I had to guess. I'd like to see more alt art, like Channel Length Bridget. I think that would be cool. Right, you can see the landscape in 2 lights. No L, no M. Gotta be in here somewhere. Nada. Nada. Flash Breeze. What was the lightning effect again? Just if this hits, deal 3 damage to them. No, if Flash Breeze is used with a lightning card, attacks you control this turn, gain. If this hits 0, deal 3 damage to them. I mean, that could be interesting. Again, it's one of the... Code of Frost. The cold foil. Guess we're opening that last box. But yeah, Flash Freeze is one of those examples where, again, the and/or few cards still being valid, despite only hitting 1, right? I mean, just a blanket effect to deal an extra 3 damage seems kind of great. Especially since Lightning's usually low cost, aggro, go again. Cool. Pulse. Lightning 2. So your next Lightning, Ice, or Elemental attacks gain +4. So I'm curious about that, right? The dual class cards. Can you run them? Could Icelander run this? I don't know what the legality of that is. Lightning Press, Winter's Grasp. Yeah, making 4+ embodiments first seems fun. Should I stack? I always just envision it as a 1 sort of mechanic, where you only need 1 on board. Because if they do stack, then the new card that got released is pretty crazy. Embodiment of Earth. Yeah, they do stack. Alright, so the create Rune Chant or Embodiments of Earth is just insane. Kind of like Frigid. Doesn't matter, it's ice. They do stack. Yeah. That also opens it up for you to take a bunch of less optimal block cards and still do insane block. Ugh. Hanky. Maybe we should just move to the last box. And more tried as the passive for the ability. Super tanky with a bunch of rune chant. Just another basic stall until you have enough rune chant tokens, maybe. Altar. Necessary. You also pitch 2 blues into it and make 4 of each or 8 of one. So a 3 block for 11 just seems crazy. But yeah, so my initial thought was basically just do that, right? You make 1 embodiment of Earth to shore up your block, and then you make a bunch of rune chant. That's it. But now you have the fact that you can take a whole bunch of embodiment of Earth, or rune chant if you want, right? Get all your rune gate cards done, or any of your other discounted cards off of rune chant, and go crazy like that. So yeah, so far 3 of the 4 definitely seem OP. Again, tanky wizard is interesting. I don't know if it's necessarily OP. Lightning wizard, where you just take the generic wizard cards and somehow give them all go again. Insane already. Or you just take new cards and they, again, have go again, rather than doing wizardy things. Insane. Earth, Runeblade. Super tanky. Super big. Yeah, Crown of Seeds needs to stay gone. And then you have Lightning Runeblade, which also just seems bonkers, because again, it's just, what does Runeblade really want? Well, more ways to get go again. Alright. Last box. Do we get our legendary? Well, you can. Just go play Living Legend. The nice thing too, though, is a lot of heroes seem to be able to fit into Living Legend. I mean, then with Stubby Hammerers, I think is very overlooked. And I don't know if they updated the policy, though, for like the skirmishes and that, but can't you still just play any hero you want in Living Legend? It's just the fact that no one's restricted. You don't actually have to play a Living Legend hero. Alright, starting off with nothing. Yeah, I definitely... Earth Wizard, I don't want to undersell that, right? I'm interested to see how they handle Lightning Wizard, and don't just make it completely bonkers. But from taking, a class out of its comfort zone, I think Earth Wizard is definitely the most intriguing, because it seems like it will be a unique thing. I do think Stubby Zen will be crazy. Oh, we got no Sigil Suffering. Parapets was it in Strange Slot? I can't remember where Parapets showed up. Wouldn't be surprised if Earth Wizard had no HP. I wouldn't be surprised if all of these had Kano HP, in all honesty. I think that's another way to sort of rein in Elemental. So Fulminate, if it's Earth, attack action cards gain +3 for the turn. Great. And then again, Lightning. Attack action cards gain go again. So Fulminate being or doesn't matter. Sure, it'd be fantastic if you could double dip, but I still think that's strong enough to play either or, right? Nada. Just want our legendary. Hey, surname you. I do have a Discord channel. You can usually find in the descriptions of anything. Or, I would always just, if you're here watching me do anything with Fab, bigger advocate of Riddler Man's Discord, right? Definitely more Fab focused and more active. Might be an L-less case, which is fine because we got the Fable, but I would like an L. Crosslock, not useful. Into... no. Alright, half to go. What do we get now? Spellblade, Earth or Lightning. Not a Briar Spec, right? If it was fused, it gains whenever this deals damage to the opposing hero, you may banish a non-attack action card from graveyard. If you do, you may play it this turn as though it were instant. If it would be put into your graveyard instead, banish it when you attack if it was fused. So again, no, but it's Lightning and Earth. Okay, so Blossoming Spellblade doesn't work because it's not or this time. It's and. There are some that don't really work. I think Ice will round its head with the Armory deck, maybe. Right, I can see them doing Armory doing Oldhim as the third Armory deck, and that way they control how Ice gets reintroduced. I think it was definitely the best decision they could possibly make to not reintroduce Ice. I think Ice, from the majority of players' standpoint, is probably the worst archetype to play. So I'm happy about it, I guess. I don't like cards not having any use whatsoever in the game, though. I think that needs to really be addressed, and their whole development cycle should really be built around being able to return cards to play within a timely fashion. And I don't think Tails was handled in a timely fashion, in all honesty. But I do understand the no Ice, and I'm happy about it. An Ice Ranger would have been horrendous. And yes, you can unfortunately get no L cases. You can still get no L cases, technically. It's very less likely because of the Rainbow Fall pool rates. But definitely pre-2.0, you could get absolutely horrible cases. But Tome of Harvest, that is going up. That's good too. But, with that said, we're not getting an L-less case because we're getting a Ronald Buckler. Oh, never mind. Make that a Mark of a Foil Channel Mount Heroic. That's good though. Right. We're now in this pack. Nope. Now in... nope. Yes, no. Well, that actually probably sells it, because that's the cold foil. So this does seem to be a L-less case. Oh, good call on the tomes. Yep. Unless it's in this very last pack, that means it's a double cold foil case, which is even less likely than a no L case. Dun dun dun. Oh, it's an amulet. So yeah. An L-less case, but we did get the Fable, so I guess that's to be expected. Right? But yeah, if you're opening old stuff, nothing is safe. So to that extent, while it's better to buy cases, I guess you can feel better about not buying cases, maybe? What I do have, though, somewhere, is we had 2 boxes left from last time. Which we might as well just crack now, anyway. Do want to neaten everything up, get rid of the cards as best as possible. Go back into their crusty boxes. Well, yeah, I wouldn't call it impossible, but it's definitely more current in old pre-2.0 stuff. I would not say L's are guaranteed. I would say Yeah, highly likely. But, you know, chance is chance. But it's definitely a more prevalent thing. You could, in old sets, you could sort of work it out though, right? If you got a certain amount of Majestics, you weren't going to get a Legendary. You got a certain amount of Majestics, you would get a Legendary. That type of mentality. I guess you could say they were sort of trying to make them more balanced, right, in what you got. So if you're above average for Majestics, no L. If you're below, unfortunately. There's definitely more guaranteed, right? So I think that's why they try and keep Legendary, Rainbow Foil Legendaries slightly shorter than once a box. Or I should say L's in general, once a case. You can, if you throw in the Cold War odds and everything like that, it will work out to be less than a case. Mist at least feels a lot more busted. My LGS got one case that had 2 full art L's and 2 marbles spread across the 4 boxes. Yeah, but remember, they got that, someone didn't. Which is the problem. Overall, if you do sort of ponder it, Fab pull rates are interesting, we'll go with, compared to most other games. Because even the expansion slot, which was highlighted to be, you know, designed for improving play. You think about how hard it is to get full sets of X cards from that. Is it really designed for play? I mean, the cards are, yes, but are the pull rates is what I'm trying to say. Do you think M reprints might happen? I'd say unlikely. I don't think M reprints would happen, no. Not unless it's like an additional product. Legendary equipment makes sense, because they always have that lesser version to go with, right? They can always print a non-foil in anything they want, right? In the Japanese set, right? It and the Arcanite Skullcap will be non-foil. But Majestics are basically just flooding the market if it's in a main set. If it's in a supplementary product, like an Armory deck, a Strike deck, or anything like that, that's completely valid, right? I would wholeheartedly expect any Majestic is fair game. Just as it is technically fair game for a set, I just think them and their philosophy and their mentality, everything they've shown, they wouldn't print it in a set, because it's adding a huge amount to the market, right? That's the way to think about it.